Hello again, welcome to a different video on my channel today. I've got this rusty, dirty old saw blade here, and rather than chuck it in the scrap metal bin, I thought I'd try and utilise it and make a marking knife for myself. This would be rather handy as I can then use it and give it to my good friend Mark Kingwood. So first things first, I've never made a knife before. I've got no experience in making knives. I don't know anything about making knives. I don't know angles or anything like that. So whilst pondering over a cup of tea, I decided that I'd make myself a little template. So I come up with this rather quick and simple design, and I've made this template out of perspex. So at least if I want to ever repeat this, I've got a template that I can do so with. So this is where I've got to so far. I've got the knife blade itself all filed back and it looks quite neat actually. So now I'm just going to use my plane sharpening blocks to try and clean the blade up, and I'll try and buff it up on the buffing wheel to see if I can get a better finish. This next step I wasn't actually going to do because I was a bit concerned I might set fire to the garage, but you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. So I'm going to use my blowtorch here. I'm going to heat up the metal knife until it's a cherry red colour, and then once it's cherry red I'm going to check it on this magnetic parts tray that it's not magnetic no more, and then quench it in some water, and I'll have to go through the whole process of cleaning and polishing it up again. After I had drilled the holes out, I used this little needle file to open the holes up ever so slightly so that when I put the aluminium pins in the handle, I can do so with some epoxy on the pins, and the holes won't be too tight to scrape the epoxy off. I then used the angle grinder to rough up the handle part of the knife so that when the wood with the epoxy is on there, it's got something to bite into and to help it stick. So after applying 2 coats of boiled linseed oil, this is the final result. I'm very happy with how it's came out. It's not perfect, but for the first attempt I'm quite happy with it, and you'll definitely see me using this in future videos. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, consider subscribing, and comment below if you would have done anything different. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week.